أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله. Alright, so today I'm going to be talking about, there's a verse in the Quran among many that mention a she-camel. In Surah 91 verse 13, it reads, quote, "And the messenger of Allah, Salih, said to them, do not harm the she-camel of Allah or prevent her from her drink," unquote. So the she-camel is a creature of refined taste and mannerisms. Most of the camels of the world have been domesticated, but even the wild camel who lives in dry, arid areas is very shy and dignified. It sustains itself from within. It can go long periods of time without needing to eat or drink. And even when it does eat, it doesn't take so much from any given area that it degrades the vegetation of the environment like some animals do when they graze. Thus, the she-camel represents a social order of dignified people with refined tastes and mannerisms whose very behavior is inherently an invitation for others to participate in the excellence. I remember traveling across the country with my father, who was hardly in my life at all. And after watching me operate for a while, he told me that I'm the type of person that will make people feel bad for not doing the things that they know to be right. And it wasn't because I talk down to anybody or I condemn anybody or I even put much pressure on them directly, but it was because I won't lower the standards that I hold myself to regardless of what people around me are doing. Elijah Muhammad said to sit a clean glass of water next to a dirty glass of water that people have always had to drink from. And when given the option, they will choose the clean glass every time. This is the pattern that the she-camel represents. Sometimes good kids in school get made fun of for doing the things that they know to be right and good. They live by a moral code and a standard from within that sets them apart from most people. A lot of times black children who speak with good grammar and diction get accused of acting and talking white. Children who constantly get good grades and outperform their peers get made fun of and somewhat ostracized. They might get called nerds or something else, whatever it is. But their behavior is an indirect threat to the status quo. If they're not publicly restricted by their peers, then they'll make it hard for others to get away with their mediocrity and poor performance. They'll make it hot for their peers, and their peers don't want that type of attention on their mediocrity. They don't want anybody making them look bad. So many of the kids who keep the status quo often end up bullying the others and blocking their shine. And this is exactly what happened when Prophet Salih told his people, don't harm the she-camel, but they hamstrung the she-camel anyway. This is why and how they earned the punishment of God. They destroyed the best influence that they had among themselves, and they relegated themselves to self-destruction because of it. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.